Welcome back to all the crackers in the box. Hi. So we're gonna do a little amigurumi love today and work on some more of these little tiny fingers. Can you believe how small these are? They're gonna work out fantastic. So glad you're here to join me. Okay. So we are working with loops and loops and threads, soft classic acrylic with 324 meters or 354 yards. This is light gray. This is supposed to be my darker gray. I have a lighter one and I have all my colors picked out for this, by the way. It's acrylic, medium 4, should be using a 5.5, but I choose to use a 3.5, so it makes it a little bit tighter by a long shot. And this is made in Turkey. Anyways, so these are tiny little things for Native Magic. Ready? I'm just gonna reach over here and pull out my scissors because I will be needing them. And I don't need that much of a tail. So I want to make sure that I have a very minimal tail because I am having to put the tail inside. So we're gonna go like this. So that's 1. 2. 3. 4. I need a stitch marker. Let's go with red this time. Because why not? That through. Are you gonna work for me? That'd be lovely. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna work hard on this one. This one is going to be quite detailed. There we go. 1, 2. I'm going to pull that pretty tight. Give that a little yoink. Three, and one more is 4, and that's a tricky one. Always that last one always gets me, right? Now we get to do this all over again. One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you gotta be careful. because that looks like, yeah, it's in there. Alright, come on. Here you go. Yeah, these fingers are quite tedious, being that I'm using such a small hook for such a thicker yarn. But the end result speaks for itself. I really, really like it. It gives it a really good texturing. 2. I mean, this is how it is to start them for me. And quite often, this is not nearly as difficult. I can bring this up a little closer. It's nothing like wrestling this, right? 3. And 1 more for 4. And that is the whole finger. I know, right? They will be attached together very soon. Let's just make sure we have the exact same size. So I'm going to do 2 sets of 3, because the 4th one is where I start to add them together. We're not going to want a long tail because we are not sewing them together this way. What we are going to be doing is taking that 4th one, and these are all going to attach. I believe it's like every 3rd one you attach to another finger. And I believe the 4th one that I would be doing for each set is going to be the thumb. And then I have to put in a brown wristband, and then it's just making 2 arms. So, it's an interesting place to start. Normally with amigurumis, I find they usually start with like that, the body or the head. So, it's a bit of a different start, that's for sure. So we're going to make 3 more of these. Alright, gotta love a good magic ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want that to be too loose, so I want to make sure that I have a good tightness to it. Because too loose will be a problem. I'm going to look right there is where my line is. That's in there. Because I have the worst tendency of putting 2 in the first stitch. I don't know why I keep doing that, but I've had to redo the fingers a couple times. For the other ones, like the second one I tried to do, I just kept putting it in this. The first one I kept putting 2 stitches. And I just kept coming up with the wrong number at the end. Three. Do a nice little knot here to make sure that the fingers are going to stay in place. All the other ones I've made have really held up really well, so I will stick by my crazy amount of knots that I stuff inside the amigurumis. Knots are great for the wearables, but for the amis, yeah, they're crazy. Like, I washed Sailor Moon yesterday, and she was washed and dried, came out not a little but a problem. She's freshened, she smells great. And that is number 4 right there. Really wanted to put that in the third one twice because it looks like it should. But I could see that this line right here was actually attached to the third one. So, drives me crazy, I'll tell you. Right, here's number 1. Oh, sorry, I had the stitch marker in my lips again. I have such a bad habit with that. I do that with needles too, and that's so dangerous. I've heard of people swallowing needles, and I just keep doing it. I remember I used to get in trouble for doing that, but I still do it anyways. Two. 3. And there's number 4. Okay, this one was a real struggle. But our shape is there. It's exactly what I was supposed to get, and that is it. Whew, tell ya, working up a sweat here. Getting some cooler weather. It actually rained. Super excited about that. Everybody in the region's like, oh my gosh, it rained. Just for fun, we're gonna do blue. We're gonna do these 3 on the blue one, so then I can just tell which is which. Right, 2 more. 2 more, and I've got enough fingers to move on to the next step, which I will have to take some time to sit down, study, and see double check that is working out, because the pattern, like I said, 4 is in Spanish, and I don't speak Spanish, so I'm gonna have to take my time. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I want to make her stuff because this creator makes some super cute stuff. I've been following her for a while, and I see a lot of her stuff come up. I'm like, oh, that's so cute. I want to make that. And this one I absolutely have to make. Have to. My kids saw it, and they were like, yeah, you better make that. Making one of the rhinoceros mutated rhinoceros from Ninja Turtles, and finding the bad guys for Ninja Turtles has been really hard. It was hard enough finding Master Splinter. There's only like 1 pattern really. Well, no, this creator made one as well, so I may have to make that in the future. But I got one, so that's 2. So I like her style. She seems to be going after the original Turtles from the original cartoon, which is my husband's favorite. If you've seen my corner to corner blanket I made him, it is definitely in the original Turtles version, and he absolutely loves it so much that we never ever get to see it. He keeps it folded inwards because he doesn't want to take a chance of anything getting spilt on it or anything. It's just interesting. He really is very protective of it. Personally, I think I could have done a better job on adding the backing, but it works and it stayed on there. So, and he finds it super comfortable. Everybody else does too. So, what could I ask for, right? One, two, three, and good old 4. I believe that's all she wrote. Yep, that is all she wrote. Same height. Okay. Every time I say that's all she wrote, all I can think of is Murder, She Wrote. Does anyone else think about that show? I loved that show. It was one of my grandma's favorites, so I watched it quite often. I just rewatched The Golden Girls a little while ago. That is a hoot. Disney Plus for the win on that one. Looking at starting a new audiobook for some of my crochet adventures. Okay. One, two, three, 4. I think I'm going to try out Cozy Mystery by Catherine Walton, called Witch-Handed, The Hill Cozy Mystery Book 1. There seems to be 3 of them available on YouTube, so I might just throw those on for a quick listen. They're only about 2 hours, the first one, so that is a bit of fun. My son pays for 1, 2, 3 YouTube Premium, so I could download it onto my device and listen to it with my headphones, or just listen to it ad-free. The main reason why him and I both agree that we really like YouTube Premium is the music access. Wow. They're very, you get your music included with Premium, which seems a little pricey, but when you get ad-free, and you also get access to the music, and you can download some of it. Like if you wanted to put it on your phone and take it for a walk, if you're going with no Wi-Fi, you can have a whole nice playlist that you picked out, download it, listen to it, or videos. You can download videos, watch them offline. Another thing I like about it is if I'm watching it on my phone and I'm listening to someone tell a story or whatever, I can turn the screen off, and then my battery lasts me longer because I'm still listening to it, right? But I don't have to sit there staring at a picture of a book, or even look at a person when they're just talking about like true crime or something. I don't need to see it all the time. I crochet half the time watching TV, so I don't think that would work with my Asian dramas. I don't speak enough of their other languages. I think I know, I'm starting to recognize some words, but not enough to turn off the screen and know what's going on. Okay, last row. But I do enjoy being able to have that freedom to take it with me if I wanted to. Or I usually have something, 1 or 2 items on my phone downloaded from any of my streaming platforms just in case like the power goes out. Like on my tablet I have a couple things for the kids. Things like that. It come in handy. My Kindle usually has about 2 or 3 books that I'm quite interested in reading, so that helps too, and that's on almost all my devices. There we go. A stitch. So, yeah, my next step is going to be starting the 4th finger per each, and the hands and the arms. So that's not too bad for a couple minutes worth of time. Oh, take that out. You're just causing me problems. Here, pull that through. Pop that on there, and I am good to go. So, thanks for joining me here at All the Crackers in the Box. Hope to see you again very soon. Have a great day. Bye.